Be demonstrating how to use the OpenAI plugin made by Zeroqode. It's called Full OpenAI ChatGPT 4. So I'm going to install it first. Plugin is downloaded. We can go to workflows. Let's say when page is loaded, and when I go to plugins, you will see there is all these calls or events that you can trigger. OpenAI ChatGPT 3.5 Turbo, Chat 4, Assistants. This is all related with OpenAI's threads. That's a pretty cool feature to have. Delete assistant, fine-tuning. So there is a bunch of stuff that comes with this plugin. So you can go to this website. I'm gonna link it below. It's Zerocode's page where you can review all of their plugins, and in this particular case we're going to be looking at full OpenAI ChatGPT 4, obviously. And on the right side, content, you've got chat code generator explanations of how all of these work. So let's proceed and build something, and I'm going to demonstrate how to use them. Make sure that we connect our API key or paste our API keys in these fields. It's called authorization. My test key, I'm going to call it Zeroqode. And that's it. And for some reason OpenAI added this like pretty hardcore verification steps, so I'm just gonna skip through this. Alright, we're in. So I'm gonna copy this API key and paste them in here. But what we have to add is bearer, because that's what OpenAI asks us to do. So now we are ready to build stuff in the design tab. So I already got some elements on the page. I also have custom state attached to the page. That's where I'm going to display the data returned from the OpenAI. So to get started, we're going to add a workflow to generate button. And go to plugins. Let's use Chat 4 for this specific case. As I told you already, Zeroqode has its own documentation, and I already went there, clicked on chat, and given the chat conversation, the model will return a chat completion response, blah blah blah. And they have this all defined in here, what it does, what it has to be, whether it's a text or a number or whatever it is, right? So hash is a field that receives a dynamic value, for example the current time, to ensure that the calls are always updated. So even in their example they use current date and time. So I'm gonna do current date and time role. Also you can view this in here, the explanations or descriptions, whatever this does or these do. Temperature, what sampling temperature to use between 0 and 2. Higher values like 0.8 will make the output more random, while lower values like 0.2 will make it more focused and deterministic. One thing to remember is that these are not Zerocode's fields. Basically this is how OpenAI works, and these are the parameters that OpenAI is asking of you to provide. So in our case we're going to do hash current date and time, role will be user, and the content or the prompt will be multi-line input A's value. I'm not going to touch any of those because in our specific use case we don't need to update any of those. And then I'm going to set the state of the custom state that I've already created and attached to the page, and it will be result of step 1's body choices, first items, message content. So you can trust me on this, that this is how it works. However, I'm gonna show you or demonstrate how this looks. So basically whenever you do chat completion, the response will look like this. So this is the whole body, right? This is body ID, object, when this body was created, so on and so forth. And then if you take a look at it, there is these choices, then you've got list, right? And then you've got index, message, and inside there is the row and there is the content. So that's what we need. So the returned value in this specific use case will be body, choices, first item inside the list, and first item's message, and then messages content. So that's what we've defined in here. Result of step 1's bodies, choices, first items, messages, content, right? So this is it. This is all set up, and I'm going to preview the page and we're going to see how it works. So let me remove the debug mode. Generate a story about a person who became a bubble.io developer. Generate. So let's wait, and we're gonna see the story in here. And obviously the way I have set up this call to work is to push the data into the custom state. Based on your use case, you might return the data into the database or into something else. Like, you can manipulate however you want. You might receive the data back and then send it to something else to fix the grammar, to translate the text, and Bubble and Zeroqode's plugin of OpenAI supports all of that. So as you can see, it has generated the story. I forgot to give it a limitation, so now we've got like a huge story, but I could do like generate a 3-sentence long story about a person who became a Bubble developer, right? So I'm going to click on generate. Now this story is much shorter. So I think this is it for the chat completion. However, I want to cover a couple of other things that Zeroqode's plugin covers, which is going to be something from here. Obviously, I'm not going to touch all of those, but I'm going to do a couple of main ones. Let's do image generations, right? All right, that would be nice. So, in fact, let me just underline this fact. The beauty of the plugin is this: for image generation now, you will see how simple it is for me to kind of do image generation, and I don't have to set up a new call, new parameters, blah blah blah. I just have to kind of go through, like, everything is set up already. I don't have to go to the OpenAI's documentation, dig through, etc. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna still use this as a prompt, and I'll just have to drop, I'm gonna remove this for now, and I'll drop the image, and I'm gonna set the data source to be Zeroqode test pages result. Okay, so when I click on generate, let's get rid of these, we don't need these anymore. I'm gonna do plugins, image generation, prompt will be multi-line, input A is value, body is the same, size, images can have a size of 1024. So this is, just so you know, this is not Zeroqode's limitation, this comes from OpenAI. So response can be URL, or it can be B64 JSON. I've never effed around with B64 JSON. I think you may need this for your specific use case. For now, we're pretty good with URL. As you know, also OpenAI has multiple image generation models. DALL-E, I don't think they have DALL-E 1. I think it's DALL-E 2 or DALL-E 3. So for must be one of the, so let's pay attention to this, like must be one of the 256 by 256 blah blah to this stuff. If you want to use DALL-E 2, must be one of these if you're using DALL-E 3. So just remember, if you have DALL-E 3 here, You cannot have 256 by 256 size. And then you've got style. The style of the generated images, I think anything can go here, whatever you want. Oh no, it says must be one of vivid or natural. Okay, yeah, there is a parameter on OpenAI, and it's just either vivid or natural. Let's do let's do vivid. I really don't care for this specific thing. Let's use DALL-E 3 1024, no problem, and set the state of an element. Oops, sorry. Result of step 1's first items URL. Let's refresh. Generate an image of a bubble.io developer at work. Boom. And so by the way, you can set up some nice UIs for this to make sure that generation is not boring, you know, and user doesn't have to sit back and just wait for the flow. Maybe you can set up some, I don't know, some game or like fun loader. Anyway, you see the image was generated. I don't know what else to kind of show you. This is like a freaking awesome plugin. What else do we got here? Plugins, image generations, vision. All right, let's do vision. Actually, that's a pretty good example that I wanted to kind of try. Basically, what vision does is you can send an image and AI can understand what's happening inside the image. So let's just test this. I'm gonna go to design. I'm not gonna need the image anymore. I'm going back to text. And this text will equal to test pages chat 4. All right, and I'm gonna unlimit. Boom. So we are ready to rock and roll. No, actually, I have to add the picture uploader. Okay, for the sake of this example or demo, I'm not gonna make too many changes to the design. So we've got the input and we've got the picture uploader. So now I think we are ready to do the workflow. So I'm going to get rid of these and go to plugins, and we're going to do vision. So image URL is going to be picture uploader is value. So when I send an image, I can send a prompt as well saying what do I want AI to tell me. I can ask him I can ask it what's happening in the image, describe it, or what are the, I don't know, what color is the mostly used inside the image. I can send a painting. Actually, that's a good idea. I can send a painting and ask it to tell me the story about the painting, right? Let's do multi-line input is value and 1000 tokens. That's totally okay. And let's set the state. Sorry. Once more, sorry. And this result of step 1's, and we're going to back to the same thing. So just so you know, this vision is not like well, it is a separate model, but it's not like DALL-E, but rather vision is a chat completion. Basically, it's like GPT-4. Instead, it's like GPT-4 vision. Anyhow, let's go to step 1. So just like we did in the chat, we're gonna do body choices, first items, message content. Okay, so I think we are ready to preview the app. Okay, as I said, I just screenshotted the painting or downloaded the painting of a very famous Georgian painter. You might never heard of him. Okay, who's painter of the image, and what is it about? All right, generate. Vision didn't return the values, so I was kind of playing with it for 10-15 minutes, and then I realized what was the problem, and I just want to show you before I tell you what the solution is. So I've already uploaded the image, and I click on generate, right? Run next and see the URL value. So it is, so if I open this up, nothing, right? But if I do boom boom HTTPS, so this is the image. So what we wanna make a tiny change. So in here, add HTTPS, and we'll be good. Also, what others would probably do, not others, but I would do it also, is I would do arbitrary text, and I would do that HTTPS here, picture uploader is value, boom, boom, and I'm gonna make this to be dynamic again. All right, so let's remove this debug mode, and let's give this a try. All right, so let me upload the painting. Okay, who's the author of the painting, and what's happening in the image? Génératoire. I don't know if this is proper French. Alright, so the painting you've provided appears to be the work of Kazimir Malevich, which is completely wrong. This painting is by Niko Pirosmani, who's like a Georgian painter. However, the image depicts a man dressed in a red outfit, which is totally correct, with a straw hat, holding a bucket in the hand, blah blah blah. So this is pretty amazing. Vision does what it is supposed to do perfectly well, and Zerocode's plugin is great to kind of get started with Vision like this. So I'm gonna play around with one more event, which is gonna be related with audio. This kind of explains how simple Zerocode's plugin is to use. Let's build a voice recorder so that we can send our voice to OpenAI and transcribe it. For the sake of this simple example, I'm just gonna use buttons. So I'm gonna have one button, second button. So record and transcribe. I don't think I need this third one. We need audio recorder. I'm going to drop it somewhere here. When I click on record, it should start audio recorder. Okay. And when audio recorder A recording status is yes, text should say stop, and when this button is clicked, I need to do only when audio recorder A recording status is no, then start, and when it is yes, stop audio recorder. And I need to save audio file to Bubble database. I don't think I need this. Let's do audio recorder is saved. State of an element. CS audio. URL, it should be text also. URL blob, and this will listen to CS audio URL. Sorry, let's remove the debug mode and let's record. Hey, I'm recording the text. Alright, if I see the URL, it's correct. Alright, so we've got the blob. So maybe instead of the blob, we want to store saves to bubble URL. Hey, I'm recording my sound or my voice. Okay, pay attention to this. We still do not have the HTTPS, just like we had the issue with the image. So now I know how to address it. Hey, I'm recording my sound or my voice. Alright, so the URL works fantastic. So I think we are ready to send it to OpenAI. So when it is stored, maybe I will, well, I'm gonna store it anyway, but what I'm gonna do also is I'm going to go to plugins and do transcription, OpenAI, create transcription from audio. All right, dynamic link will be, you know what, I think it doesn't necessarily need the HTTPS, so I'm just gonna give it a try to send it like this. If it works, that's cool. If not, we're gonna know what changes we need to make. And let's set state of page result of step 2's body. And one more change we need to make is this one should be chat 4. Okay, just for the sake of this, just for the sake of aesthetics, let me get rid of some stuff. Alright, so I'm recording this voice on using the plugin made by Zeroqode, and today is Tuesday, December 26th of 2023. Alright, we've got the URL. So I'm recording this voice using the plugin made by Zeroqode, and today is Tuesday, December 26th of 2023. Woohoo! This is freaking awesome, if you ask me. Like, this is very, very simple to use all this stuff using Zeroqode's plugin instead of just trying to figure out how the API works and all that stuff, especially when you are new to this. So I've played around with OpenAI a lot and I'm pretty used to it, but to be honest, all the other APIs are still like a mystery to me. You have to read, you have to like, I don't know, it takes a lot of time. So if you're new to this, just give it a shot. Use Zeroqode's plugin called Full OpenAI ChatGPT 4, and I think your life will be much, much, much simpler. And one more thing that I wanted to say is that I think Zeroqode is kind of focusing on building plugins. Well, they are doing a lot of different things, but like they are pretty serious about plugins. So if at any point you want I don't know, new feature or some update to the plugin. I think they're pretty open to the to these type of requests. So I'm gonna link all the contact information of theirs, and I'm gonna contact my information as well. So you can check out the links, and you can get in touch with Zeroqode directly if you have any questions, or if you decide to kind of use the plugin and you have some requests. Take care. See you soon.